I'm not sure why I haven't been recording this whole time, but one day I don't turn the GoPro on, literally, this probably gives me 22, 23 pounds. Like, I am slaying them on chickens, swim baits, every cast. This little jig right here has been the key to catching a bunch of big bass for me this post spawn, and I'm going to touch upon it because I did a little bit of recording and I had some Instagram posts where I put this up and I got immediately a bunch of questions about what rod, how do you fish it. I want to learn how to use it. I've fished this a bunch and I can't get many bites on it. Like, so we're making a video and I'm going to give you kind of what I've learned about this, at least for fishing up here in upper Midwest and Minnesota, and how I catch fish on it, and give you some like cast to catch to show you like how slow, how deep, how I fish it, how deliberate. So if you want to learn how to catch bass on the chicken jig, hopefully this will help you out. And if you're new to the chicken jigs, you want to try them out, I'll put links down in the description that you can grab some, as well as the rods and reels and line. If anything, if you need help with your setup, that'll all be down there. But stay tuned. We got some cast to catch footage from a day where I caught like 23 pounds on this. And then when I went back out to get more footage in a live stream, some cast to catches. So pretty good stuff. Most of the damage I did on that day with 23 pounds, I did before I decided to turn the camera on. The thing you notice is this is like a 5/8 ounce, and this is what I was throwing mostly in that video. It's a chartreuse white 5/8 ounce Outkast Chicken Jig, and it falls pretty slow. Even though it's 5/8 ounce, this hair and feather has a ton of drag, and so to get to the bottom in like 15 feet, you might have to count to like 10 to get it down there, and then you have to reel it really slow or it's coming up on the retrieve. There's one on the chicken. It wasn't every bite. That's what we've been doing. So you see down south a lot of, and you can catch them this way. It's throwing out and like reeling it and popping it and ripping it. But for me, up north, Minnesota, I like throwing it out, counting it down, and slow rolling it just like a giant swim jig or swim bait. Throwing this on a Dobbins 745. I got like probably 17 or 20 pound line on here. 5/8 or 3/4 ounce chartreuse or white. I'll put a link down in the description if you want to grab some. But they get big bites in the post spawn. It's like every cast, and they're all giants. When I first got here, I caught one on this Dangerous 6-inch line through top hook, and then I watched my bait come through and I saw another one dart up and not eat it. I switched to the chicken and I caught like 5 or 6 in a row. So just to show you what we're fishing, there's the bluegill beds right off this weed point, and I had scanned this before, came back, set up on it, and then using the live scope to be able to count down the chicken or the swim bait or whatever, make sure you're making that cast, and then letting them eat it. So there's the bluegill beds, and then here you can see all those bluegills hovering above the grass, and the bass are hiding right down in there. And if you watch your bait, you can sometimes watch them come up and eat it. No special editing on most of these catches. Full cast to catch, so you can get the feel. If you're really interested in how to catch fish or get better at catching fish on that chicken jig, and at least how it's been successful for me, you can see the whole cast. Oh, that found a chicken. It's a good one. And that's why you throw the chicken in the post spawn. That is officially the biggest one that we've got doing the live streams on the lake. But if we create like a thumbnail for this for later. chicken. Alright. Got a lot of questions about how to fish the chicken from that Instagram post. Kind of saw, basically counting it down, probably at least 10 seconds. And then just a steady, slow roll. Pop it out of grass a little bit if you get caught in the grass, but when I first tried it, I wanted to be like all the guys fishing the preacher jig down south and like snapping it. These Minnesota fish do not seem to like that. I'm not saying there's never a time and a place, but I almost always start counting it down and just think of it like a super big fluffy Kitech jig, or slow rolling a 1/2 or 3/4 ounce swim jig. Pretty sure I've seen a few fish swimming in the grass. Just surface. This one's out the goal, this one's the side. Chicken. This was definitely a little post-spawn looking, but nice bite nonetheless. Probably, I don't know, maybe a little bigger than the last one, bigger head, a little skinny, but see guys, I can catch them. If you want to see the full uncut live session, throwing the swim bait and the jig and the chicken jig and a few other things, it's right here. Watch it next.